Today is our 500th episode of The Grid, and we are celebrating with alcohol and prescription medicine. We're taking open questions today, and joining me is my co-host. He hails from the Sudan. His shades are Ray-Ban. He sings a little ditty about Jack and Diane. He doesn't like Ginger, he likes Marianne. He's got a limited attention span. He's friends with Vince McMahon. His movies debut at Cannes. He raps with Roxanne. His favorite CMYK color is cyan. He sails around in a catamaran. He's the president of Bhutan. His favorite rouge is Mulan. And he's kicking it with Charlie Chan. He's the real rocket man. Mr. Erik Kuna is with me. We got some news, some prizes we're going to celebrate, and it all starts in just 46.4 seconds. Let's go!
The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 500th episode of The Grid. Let's go! Let's see if I can get this to work here. Go!
Pull.
One more time.
Hard.
Jeez.
Yeah!
I didn't expect it to be that loud.
Boom.
That was a pro job on that. I blew that thing there. All the balloons went someplace else. I got them stuck in my face and my hair. All right. Well, welcome. It's me and Mr. Kuna, who has donned his 500th episode glasses. He's got his Ray-Bans on. There we go.
It's a party.
It's a party. Anyway, it's hard to believe that it is.
That's got to be hard to clean up.
Yes, it is. It's just, I'm glad it's not going to be me. Anyway, it's our 500. We've been doing this for like 10 years. 500 episodes in. Nobody thought it would make 5 episodes. and we are still as amazed as anybody. I got my Ernie Ball shirt out of mothballs. It's like I had to dig it up. An old but goodie. If you go back 10 years, I was wearing this shirt.
Yeah, you're probably wearing that. Yeah.
Probably been 10 years. But anyway, we are very glad to have you here with us for the 500th episode. We're going to have some fun today. We've got some news. We've got open Q&A day. So we're going to be taking questions on gear and on Photoshop and on Lightroom and on anything you want to talk about today.
Chicken sandwich, whatever.
Chicken sandwiches. You want some food scoops? I got some scoops on food. Yep. We do have the first printed edition. They just came in today of my Lightroom Classic book. So this is the actual printed edition, and we're going to be giving.
Yeah, we're going to be giving that away on the show.
Yes, we are. We're going to give that away. What else are we giving away?
We're giving away a bunch of stuff today. We've got
a bunch of stuff.
We got On One No Noise for taking noise out of your photos. We got Boris Effects Optics for doing all those cool little effects in Photoshop. Then we got your 7-point system book we're going to be giving away. Then we're giving away your travel photography book and your Lightroom Classic book. So it's a book fiasco or bonanza.
It's not a book fiasco. It's a bonanza. Fiesta.
That's it. We're partying. That's right.
Book fiasco.
And then we're going to be giving away Platypod, the goosenecks. So we got the goosenecks. Those are things you can attach to the Platypod, put lights on it, or anything you want. But you got the multi-accessory kit, and we're giving away a Platypod Ultra. So we've got tons of prizes.
We're also giving away a 1-year Kelby One Pro membership.
Yep.
We're giving all of that away today. We will give you a list. And how do they enter to win any of this stuff?
It's real easy. All you got to do is go into the comments wherever you're at, tell us what you'd like to win, and then we're going to pick at the end of the show. Actually, I'm not sure if we're picking it throughout the show this week. So make sure you get in those things soon so we can do that.
For a book fiasco.
If you got a fiasco of books, then there you go. So let's get back to the fiesta.
I had to just clear all of the confetti off. I didn't expect those confettis to pop like they did.
I
was like, what? I'm sitting here struggling.
Hey, look, I got one over here, but it's not explosive.
Let me get this last one out.
Yeah, there it comes. Woo. Boom, boom. So yeah, if you got any questions for us, this is what we've been doing for 500 episodes.
Yeah, 500. So what it was is when you get to 500 episodes, literally, you don't have any more topics left. We're topicked out. Now we still have. I gotta see something cool. All right, So we've got. We've got. I forget what
some announcements, right? Or
we have some
cool
announcements.
stuff?
Yeah, just some quick news. Let me get these out of the way real quick. So last week we announced our the Kelby One Lightroom Conference, which is coming up February
7th,
and 8th,
9th, and 9th.
And all right, so it's the 8th and 9th.
Yeah,
and
with the pre-conference the day before.
We have a pre-conference workshop. I'm doing a Lightroom crash course. So I'm doing a crash course the day before. So if you're like, I'm not an expert yet at Lightroom. I kind of want to get going. I've always wanted to use Lightroom. Come the day before, and I'll get you up to speed, and then you can really enjoy the next 2 days. Exactly. So that's coming up. That's at 11 a.m. on the 7th. And then we have 2 simultaneous tracks running on day 1 and day 2. Lots of great classes and stuff.
And what's great about it, because you got those simultaneous tracks, all that's recorded, you get access to it for a whole year.
Yeah.
So you'll never miss anything.
Yeah. I also have an idea for another session that I kind of want to do. I have to talk Mr. Kuna into letting me do a bonus session.
Ooh, bonus session.
But I have a good idea for a bonus session.
I like a bonus session.
So it might be like an after-hours session or something. I don't know. I have to ask him how to make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
So there's that. Also, last week here on the grid, we mentioned that the pre-sales for the Platy Ball. Yeah. So they fulfill. A lot of people have already received their Platy Balls, right?
Yeah,
They've already received
the backers, the early backers.
Yeah, the early backers. But they have another shipment coming in the March-April timeframe. Let's see. I'm sorry, April-May timeframe. All right. And let's see. So if you can go and get them at the pre-order them right now. The reason why you want to pre-order them is, number one, we mentioned last week, half of the entire order sold. So there's only half left. They're going to go by this afternoon. So if you want to go and get one of these, get them now, because they are going to. This is for the April-May. So that's it. Get it right now, because the next round will be months later, and then you have to sign up for a pre-order. I got a feeling that just because of manufacturing and stuff, all year long you're going to be fighting to get one of these.
I mean, and actually, it's been that way like with a lot of products. Like, I'm wondering how quickly we'll be able to get our hands on the new camera that Canon announced today, that the R5C.
What is that?
They got a cinema. It's an R5 with a cinema. It's a cinema camera and an R5 put together. So it's great.
There's one last balloon I'm trying to get out.
There you go.
Now I got a bunch of string. Okay. Anyway, so there's that. What else we got? This Lightroom Classic book, the one that we're giving away today. Has been out of stock over at Amazon. So what happened was they had thankfully had huge pre-orders. Once they fulfilled the pre-orders, they were out of books. So they went out of stock. Now they're back in stock, so you can go get it right now. Boom. So go get it. They got a good sale on it. And you can get it in paperback or, of course, ebook. Okay, what else? Go to Platypod. I didn't say it, but go to Platypod, PLATYPOD.com to get your pre-order, because if you don't, you're going to miss it, and then you're going to be upset. And when do we get it now? And then it'll be, July, and it'll be, get it now. All right. Also, I want to invite you that there's something really great happening on my scottkelby.com blog, and that is Dave Williams, who, by the way, Dave Williams is getting better and better and better all the time. Dave's always been a solid photographer, but he's doing what Erik and I always talk about. He's invested in his photography, and dude, he's
very invested.
He's going to really great places. He quit his day job. Now, not everybody has to do this. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you don't have to go this extreme.
But Dave was doing this before. But the quality of Dave's work, the places he's going, the life experience he's having. Number one, he writes a Travel Tuesdays with Dave on my blog. But you got to follow him on Instagram, and you got to follow him everywhere, because he posts really interesting. Like, you'll see he's live in Norway driving through a snowstorm and just weird stuff. It's really cool. But it's really neat to kind of live vicariously through what Dave's doing. Anyway, so go check out.
Better him than me. I mean, because he's in some cold places.
Oh, man, is he in some cold places.
But he doesn't seem to bother him. He's not like months.
He's like having the time of his life. But there he is. So that's his Tuesday column there. TikTokographers was yesterday's. But anyway, he really has some great stuff. and he's a really cool guy. So go check out Dave. Okay, now today we're doing open Q&A. So if you have questions about gear, about Photoshop, about Lightroom, about anything, about food,
Just life,
about hamburgers, just pop it right in the thing. We'll get it. We do have a little video. So apparently the team has put together a highlight reel from the grid on location. Now, we've done some grids like at Photoshop World, and we've done different places. So when this show started 10 years ago, we weren't on this set. Our set, because we've always had a physical set, was over there. So it's catty corner to where we were, and it was a smaller set. And so this set looked like grandma's house, right? It was we had built the set for a series of videos that we're doing that were like, teaching seniors how to, we wanted an environment that made it look like you were in a nursing home. No,
it wasn't like that.
No, it was not that at all. But anyway, we took that set over and we made this grid set. The grid started 10 years ago, and it was an idea of mine and Matt Kluskowski's, where we wanted to, because we had a lot of podcasts at that time that were like doing Photoshop and doing Lightroom and doing different stuff, and we're like, you know what it is? We don't have one where we can just talk about photography.
Just talk about gear,
just talk about photography.
photography.
And so I think that's why it's still here 10 years later, is because that's what we do. We talk about photography, and we have a great community that watches this show around the world, and a lot of people have really great comments and great ideas, and they share a lot of things. So it really becomes a conversation. I think that's one of the best things about it. But hats off to Matt, who helped me launch this thing and came up with the idea together back 10 years ago.
My only contribution back then was, besides producing it, was the name. The name. That was
the grid.
Grid.
There we go. Yeah. Like you're off the grid, kind of thing. So and then we're now here. Eric and I we're on the grid.
Yep.
And of course the government is tracking us. So let's we'll get to your questions and stuff. But let's take a look at this highlight reel. I don't know I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
so
we haven't seen it. This is a surprise to us, just as much as it is
so
to
we
you.
have the video team did it. So all right, here we go. So here's a little highlight reel from the grid on location.
When we go on location like this, it's always a little bit of a high wire act, and today is no exception.
We are poolside at the Ritz-Carlton in beautiful Maui, Hawaii.
Westcott.
They're amazing people.
They are. They are the greatest people. We've got shoots all over the place today.
Yeah,
we've got chickens, roosters as well.
Yeah.
Showing up here on the set. Live here at Photoshop World.
Hey, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
You know what?
I remember all those. I remember, like, when we went up to B&H, I totally remember that. That was cool.
Hey, Sarah, who was my niece, who was on the show, she was always she always teases me about the grid. She actually calls me Scott Kelby from the grid, as does my daughter now. And my son, they all call me Scott Kelby from the grid, which is fun. And if my daughter wants me to take her to go get something to eat or something, she'll send me a text that says, first it'll say, "Are you the host of the grid?" I write back, "Yes." "Will you take me to Culver's?" Sure. Anyway,
there you go.
But what was I going to tell you about that? So the other day, right, my niece is teasing me about the grid.
Yeah.
And I said, let me tell you what, the grid has done some cool things. I said, and I sent her that picture. I sent her a still of us. I said, this is us at the Ritz-Carlton poolside in Hawaii. Canon flew us there to do a live episode from their camera, and she was like, Okay, that's cool. I finally got her. Like, okay, all right.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, what was it else? I had another thing. Oh, so I don't know if you saw Mike Kubasi. So he's one of our Kelby One instructors.
Yeah, he was in there. Yeah,
was in there for just a second. He came between us. We were like on that set, and he came in. He was wearing blue. So he is literally the world's largest Dallas Cowboys fan. And so I just wanted to say, how about them boys? Ho, ho, ho. Wah, wah, wah. By the way, 26 years since the Cowboys have won a playoff game. Do you know?
Yeah, but could you imagine being a Cardinals fan right now?
Yeah, I know. I feel bad for the Cardinals.
That's worse.
However, no, nothing's worse than the Cowboys, because I'm about to tell you a stat that I hope Mike's watching. He watches often. The Jacksonville Jaguars, have more playoff appearances than the Cowboys. So do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have won 2 Super Bowls in the last 25 years. How many has Dallas won? None.
Yeah,
how many times have they been to the Super Bowl?
I always have to be metered with my response because I've been a Bucs fan for 42 years.
And we've been to the Super Bowl.
And I lived through those years. So you always have to meter yourself.
Let's go back. No. Let's go back 25 years. How many Super Bowls has Dallas won in the last 25 years? None.
0.
How many times have they been to the Super Bowl? Not
0.
once. How many times have they been to just the NFC Championship game? Not once. The Dallas Cowboys have the longest streak in the NFL of not getting to even the championship game, forget the Super Bowl. However, this is why I do not like Dallas, just so I can tell you. The reason I don't like the Dallas Cowboys is that America acts like they've done all those things. America acts like they're looking at, like, there's nobody on the Cowboys team that was alive when they were good. There is nobody alive. Everybody on there.
I got to defend this because the Cowboys were actually really good this year. If they could get out of their own way.
No, here's the thing.
They were terrible at penalties.
The whole idea of your season is to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and if you get knocked out, and if you really want to hear a wonderful, go watch Skip and Shannon on what is their thing? Not Undecided. What is their?
I know what you're talking about.
If you go to YouTube and just type in Skip and Shannon, Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer tight end, amazing guy, and Skip, the second largest Cowboys fan. Here's the thing. Go watch that, and it puts it all in perspective. It's really fun because all year long, Eric, what you've been saying is what Skip's been saying all year long. This is the year. It's different.
It seemed like it.
And Shannon was saying, nope. They're going to do what they always do. They're going to burn you. Don't get your hopes up. Anyway, it's been between the Bucs winning a playoff game and then Cowboys losing in the same day. It was like the 500th episode of The Grid all over. We were
if you got any questions about football, obviously we can talk about that too. Because I'm telling you, this week the Rams, they looked really good last week.
I know. I am very concerned about the Rams game. I am the opposite.
But we do have Tom Brady.
We do have Tom Brady, and we have Gronk, and we have Mike Evans. So we have some great things going on. We also have a couple of injuries on the offensive line that are huge. I'm very concerned. I'm not mouthing off about the Bucs at all. I'm just mouthing off about the Cowboys.
We're in trouble.
Watching the Bucs on TV this week, that's what they'll be doing. You know where the Cowboys will be during the playoffs? At home. Watching on TV. Watching the teams that actually are good move on. Oh, who said that? Okay. We got some shout-outs.
We just lost all our Cowboys fans.
There's no Cowboys fans left. And by the way, it wasn't the ref. Don't blame it on the ref. They want to blame. So if you listen to Skip and Shannon.
No, I mean, again, you look at the whole season. I know I like the Cowboys. I'm not, not like passionately love the Cowboys. My wife is from Dallas, so that's part of it. But I mean, they really were a great team this year, other than they got in their own way.
Well,
but again, this is a show about photography, but we can sit here and talk about football the whole time.
They are 1 yard away from being the most penalized team in the entire NFL. They were 1 yard. Raiders beat them by 1 yard. They had 90 yards in that one game. And by the way, Dak Prescott, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL this year, $75 million, only got them 7 points all the way up to the fourth quarter.
I didn't know Scott had a vendetta against the Cowboys. Wow. we found
I
out
do
today.
because everybody.
It took 500 episodes to find it out.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have made the playoffs in the last 25 years more times than the Cowboys. But they treat the Jags like they're trash. They treat every other team like they're trash. And they call the Cowboys America's team. They should be called America's Hall of Fame losers. They're losers.
Or America's old team.
Yeah, America's team that was good before anyone on that team was
Before the turn of the
alive.
century.
That's how long it goes. Like maybe Dak, I think Dak's 30, so maybe he was 4. He didn't even know what they were.
I don't even know if he was 4.
He's 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was even 4 the last time.
Well, anyways, if you got any photography questions, hop them in the
Or
chat.
football or food.
Football.
Let's give some shout outs there, Mr.
Yeah,
K.
yeah. We have to take a break. We'll
do the
shout outs and then we'll take a break. So Catbo's saying hi to and happy 500th episode. Then we got Frankly saying hi from Germany. We got Pat SF saying congratulations. Judah saying hey from Medicine Hat, Alberta. Cheeky Nando all the way across the pond from Lisbon, Portugal saying hi. Terry White saying hi. Congrats on the 500th episode. So there you go.
Hey, Terry White has been probably on more grid episodes than any other guest.
Yeah, probably.
You know why? Because he's a great guest.
If I was a betting person, I would bet on that.
I would bet on Terry. All right.
We got 2 winners here. So we're giving away the goosenecks. So the Platypod goosenecks. So we have Steve Everhart and then John Unser. You both won the Platypod goosenecks. So
look at that. And a free ticket to the playoffs game this weekend for the Cowboys.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, it took 500 episodes to realize I didn't know it was that passionate. Wow. Anyways, we have to take a break, but we want you to check out this video about the Lightroom conference.
Yeah.
So there's that. Hey everybody, Erik Kuna here, and I want to tell you about my new class over on Kelby1.com. It's about advanced Milky Way post-processing. We're going to go through all the steps you need to know, taking your image from that raw file all the way to a processed final image, right? And we're going to go through dealing with light pollution. We're going to talk about how to nail that white balance and really enhance the Milky Way and enhance the detail in your images. And then those finishing moves to create that dreamy landscape where really the Milky Way and the landscape kind of become one, and that image really pops and has that depth and dimension you want it. We're going to show you noise reduction tools to really enhance those Milky Way shots and wipe out noise. Things like Topaz denoise, On1 no noise, DxO's Deep Prime that really take that noise and just wipe it right out. The other thing we're going to do is show you tools and techniques that I use to speed up my workflow and really make it lightning fast. I'm going to show you how I do it with actions and presets and panels to get done with the image faster so you can get on to creating your next image. So come join me on the journey with my next class over on Kelby1.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
Hey, Scott, Kuna, and all you marvelous folks there at Kelby One. Congratulations on your 500th episode of The Grid. That's just marvelous. Thanks so much for all your support, imagination, creativity, and mentoring over all these years. You guys, you rock.
Hey folks, Dave here. I recall starting watching The Grid about a year after I got my first big boy camera, and I would devour Glowing Critiques looking for any tidbit I could use to improve my own photography. And over the years, you've kept me informed and entertained, and it's been wonderful. And I was very thankful to be a guest on the show just a few weeks ago. So Erik and Scott, congratulations on 500 episodes. That's an amazing accomplishment. And here's to 500 more. Cheers.
Hey, Kelby One team, Frederick Van Johnson here. Congratulations, sincerely, on 500 episodes of The Grid. Great job. And thank you for this cool mug that I got last time I visited you guys. All right, here's to 500 more. Cheers.
Hey Scott, hey everybody on The Grid. Julio Aguilar here. Congratulations on your 500th episode of The Grid. Loving all the tips, trips, and photo critiques every week that you guys do. Can't wait to see what you do next.
Hi Scott, it's me, Maribel. Congratulations on your 500th episode of The Grid. You guys do a phenomenal job there, and the photography community thanks you. I thank you. Congratulations again. Keep rocking.
Hey Scott and everyone at The Grid, congratulations on your 500th episode. I remember when I was watching all those years ago and I uploaded my photos for critique, and The Grid literally changed my life, and I know it has had that effect on other people as well. So on behalf of everyone, of all the Kelby One members, we thank you for all the work that you guys do, and we're looking forward to the next 500 shows. Congratulations!
One of the most special moments for me was when I met Scott at Photoshop World, and he gave me the opportunity to give the outro for The Grid show. It was such an honor, and I will never forget that. Thank you so much, Scott, and major congratulations to you and the team for 500 episodes of The Grid.
Hey Scott and Erik, congratulations on 500 episodes of The Grid. You know, because you've given me so much incredible information over the years, Scott, I wanted to let you know a little secret today, the secret of how to be an incredible guitar player, and it's really simple. All you have to do is...
Hey, Scott.
That's funny.
That was really nice.
That was cool.
Hey, that Unmesh is so smooth, man.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he's like
Unmesh.
butter. That guy's like butter. That
Love
was so
it.
nice seeing everybody there. That was really nice. That was great. Thank you, guys. Hey, that was cool.
Yeah, that was really
That
cool.
was very cool. I love that. I just wanted to mention something. I'm going to wrap up my football talk with. I was just saying this to Erik offline, so I can explain exactly why I feel. Because Erik's like, I'm surprised you don't like Dallas that much, and I go, here's why. I encapsulated it. I feel the same way about Dallas in the NFL that I feel about Notre Dame in college football. They give Notre Dame a pass. Notre Dame's not a bad team. Dallas isn't a bad team. Neither of them are bad teams. But they treat Notre Dame in college football, they overrate them. They rank them higher than they are. Look when Notre Dame made the playoffs.
Well, it's all because of history.
It's because of what happened many, many years ago, not because of what's happening now.
I get that.
That'd be like saying, we're going to give an award to the best 8-track tape. It's like that stuff happened 25 years ago. Notre Dame was great a long, long time ago. The Cowboys were great a long, long time ago. You can't compare the Cowboys even with the Patriots, and the Patriots are out, right? You can't even compare them, but that's why. Notre Dame is ridiculously overrated in college football.
I get what you're
Dallas
saying.
is ridiculously overrated in the NFL.
I still like Dallas.
There are 10 teams that could beat Dallas, and obviously one of them is the 49ers. All right. Moving along.
They look good, though.
Hey, you know what, though? The good thing about it is, here's the interesting. If Dallas had won, we'd be playing Dallas this Sunday.
Yeah.
And I think we'd beat the snot out of Dallas. I'm more concerned about the Rams.
Oh, absolutely.
If you said, Scott, who do you want to play, Dallas or the Rams? Oh, Dallas, hands down.
Well, yeah, we already played Dallas.
Good.
We saw how that went.
We saw how that went.
Yeah.
7 points in three and a half quarters. Well done. All right. We have some questions. Bob wants to know, what is the minimum computer configuration that you would recommend to improve the efficiency and speed in Photoshop? Currently, my iMac is very slow opening and processing images. So, Bob, I think there's something wrong with your iMac. Now, I don't think it's necessarily your iMac, but there's something wrong with the way that you've set up Photoshop.
Probably, unless we're talking about iMac being old.
Yeah, now if your iMac's 10 years old, you know.
I mean, obviously, that's one thing when people start. Like, if we're talking like a 5-year-old computer, 7-year-old computer, it might be that.
Okay, but Erik,
it's probably not.
I replaced my iMac this last year. Mine was a 2013.
Yeah.
It hauled butt. I had no issues in Photoshop. It hauled butt. Bob, I'm going to think that your problem is either... of course, and this would help you. You need 16 megabytes of RAM.
That's I think the key there.
You got to have 16.
Is the RAM. You need the RAM.
You can have 32, but I don't think it's going to help you a whole bunch. But you got to have 13. You said what's the minimum configuration? you got to have 16. Now, Bob, if you tell me I have 8 or I have 12, I'd be like, yeah,
Okay, that's it.
You got a problem. But if you have 16 or more, there is something else going on there.
That's like the first thing when you're buying a computer too,
and
just
this,
making sure you get
this
enough
concerns
RAM.
me because you said your Mac is very slow opening images.
Yes.
Yeah. So mine was a 2013, and it wasn't the top of the line. I don't know why, but when I go to buy a new computer, even though the company buys it, I can never buy the top of the line. I always mentally go,
there's
oh,
like
I could get away with something.
Sometimes you're overpaying for certain things.
Yeah,
but,
so I buy like a middle of the line speed, right?
Yeah.
Like this is my new laptop. I got the new M1 laptop, which is great. But I didn't get the top one. I got whatever's the next one down. I only have 32 megs of RAM. I didn't go 64. And Terry White was like, you got to go 64. I'm like, I can't. They charge you so much for RAM.
It's so ridiculous.
They charge you so much for RAM. All right. So, Bob,
but if you can max it out on the RAM, I would say max it out.
So, Bob, I did an article, and it's been a while, on how to set up Photoshop to make it run really fast, and it's on scottkelby.com. So I have how to make Lightroom run fast on Lightroom Killer Tips, and I got a lot about that because there's a lot of things that could cause your problems in Lightroom. There's less in Photoshop, but something's funky there, Bob.
I think didn't Terry White also did a class on that, how to like configure it and all that stuff. But like, yeah, that's the thing. You walk people through in that article, and I think Terry does the same thing in his class. Just because there's things like if you go into the settings, there's certain settings that you could turn on and off that will just make it work faster.
Yeah, but it all starts with having 16 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah. I mean, you could also, it doesn't sound like, though, it's like your hard drive speeds, all that stuff. I mean, it's not really that. And again, unless the computer's so old.
All right. So there's another question here about bird photography locations. I can't see who it's from. I have to scroll up just a hair.
Yeah.
There you go, from Paul.
It's saying, what are your favorite bird photography locations in Florida? I love Fort DeSoto, Honeymoon Island, Merritt Island, and others. How about some local insight from favorite experts? I mean, you just named basically the key places there.
I was just going to say that.
You named
also,
like the Everglades.
Eric Kuna's backyard seems to be a hot spot for eagle sightings.
Because I'm right off of like a mangrove area and the trees. You just got to be near somewhere where they're going to travel.
So, Paul, there is and maybe you'll help me come up with the name of it. Oh, Kathy will know. Kathy Perupsky's here on the set today. Kathy, what is the name of that place with all the eagles on Anclove?
Yeah.
On Anclove Road, there's a park.
Circle B in Lakeland is amazing.
Circle B in Lakeland?
Circle B Preserve, yes.
Oh, Circle B Preserve in Lakeland. There you go. Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Circle B Preserve in Lakeland, Florida, my hometown, where I was born as a small baby.
Has eagles.
Anclove Park has eagles?
Anclote.
Has eagles.
Anclote?
Yeah.
Anclote Park has eagles.
And in May, go to Cape Coral for the burrowing owls.
And in May, go to Cape Coral.
For the burrowing owls, they come out of
For the burrowing owls, they come out of the ground and then they eat everything that they see, including other photographers.
Correct.
So, but you do, first place I thought was Fort DeSoto and Honeymoon Island.
You've hit all the cool ones.
Yep.
And Merritt Island, you're right, the Merritt Island Wildlife. Whenever I'm over there, it's just like, they get in my shots all the time. I'm taking rocket shots. They're like birds just flying everywhere.
He's trying to get a rocket shot. Stupid birds.
Birds everywhere.
All right, we need to take a short pause. When we come back, we're taking your questions. We're just kind of talking about whatever, as you can see, and we're going to announce some winners. We got some other stuff, including a winner from Dallas. So, well, I think you deserve something. You don't have any other winners. Oh, Joey.
Multitask with Platypod, the ultra commercial twin pack.
Distance learning during a pandemic is a challenging situation. With the Platypod twin pack, you can teach your students just like before by letting them see the big picture. Nothing puts the board in boardroom like the same old view. The Platypod twin pack easily fits in small spaces, so you can unlock a variety of unique angles that share the whole story. When you can't waste time on multiple setups, let the Platypod twin pack be your sous chef. It captures multiple angles simultaneously, so you can focus on what you do best. Sometimes just getting around your grid can feel like an elaborate production. The Platypod Twin Pack clears the floor of tripods and light stands so you can use the entire room. Now more than ever, we're learning to adapt. We've moved the office into the bedroom, and we moved the gym. Whoa! The Platypod Twin Pack is just as adaptable. You can mount or strap it to just about anything. Turn any location into a professional setup. Yeah! Woo! Platypod Twin Pack. No matter who you are, or what you do, or where you do it, double your creative impact with the Platypod Twin Pack. Go to platypod.com to get your Twin Pack today.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
Hey.
Greetings from the cold, snowy white north. A little birdie told me that today was 500 episodes of The Grid. Ah! Congratulations, Scott, and the whole team at Kelby One.
Hi, Scott and Erik. Congratulations on 500 episodes of The Grid. Ed and I remember seeing the very first one on a kinescope. Remember, Ed?
And Matthew Brady was still the best guest you've ever had.
Exactly. Congratulations, guys. Goodbye.
Hey, Jeff Leinbach here. Congratulations, Scott and the entire Grid team. 500 episodes. That's amazing. What an incredible run. Keep up the good work, and I hope to join you again soon.
Hey, Scott and Erik, it's Jefferson Graham with a big congratulations. 500 episodes of The Grid. That is so fantastic. I love the guests. I love the education. I love the banter. I love that you talk about more than just photography, like fried chicken sandwiches and hot pastrami. See you on the 1000th.
Hey, Scott. Surprise! I'm so excited to be able to jump in here and congratulate you on this monumental milestone. 500 episodes? Seriously? It's incredible. And you know what, Scott? This is a good opportunity for me to tell you this, that every time I think about you, I think of this quote by George Bernard Shaw, which goes, life is not about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself. And if there's one person out there that has done that and has created a space for all of us to do it as well, it's you. So I want to thank you, send you hugs, congratulate you, celebrate this incredible milestone and you, and send you a great big mwah from all the way over here to all the way over there. You're amazing. Thank you.
Okay, here we are, the Platypod team, live from Imaging USA, wishing you, Scott and Erik, Christina, Juan, Jason, and Mike. You got that all right. Hey, congratulations on your 500th episode of The Grid. Congratulations. Hey,
hello, Scott. Hello, Kelby One and Kelby One community. 500 episodes. Oh my God. What can I say? Only thank you so much for everything you do for our beautiful community. Thank you so much. Happy 500th episode. Yay!
Hey guys. What? The Northern Lights are dancing over my head here in Finland, and I just wanted to quickly bring the camera out to say congratulations to Scott and Erik and the whole team at Kelby One, both in front of the camera and behind it, for the 500th episode of The Grid. Congratulations. Give us 500 more, please. I've got things to do though. I'll catch you later. See you in the chat.
Yo, look at that. Hey! Little behind the scenes there.
Dobson and Kathy.
Yep.
Well, these are so cool. I swear,
Yeah,
these are
that's really
so
cool.
nice.
That's awesome.
Everyone that took the time to do that. That is
Yeah,
very
thanks.
nice. We are
That's
very
awesome.
touched, and it's just we're just sitting here going, oh! Every time someone goes up on screen, we're like, oh! That is so nice. All right, we have a question for Erik from Jennifer. Jennifer says, Erik, did you shoot the rockets launch last night?
Well, yes, I did. Well, that afternoon I was like, oh, look at the moon's going to be down low near the horizon. So I was like, huh, I wonder if I could get it like passing in front of it. And then I was like, oh, I can get it passing in front of it. And then I found a spot in Tampa, but it was on MacDill Air Force Base. So I went, well, I wonder if I can get it in San Pete. So I found a spot where it would work, where if it launched, it would go right through the moon and have the rocket trail and all that stuff. Hopped in the car, drove all the way down there, got all set up, then got a tweet. Oh, we rescheduled it for 9:02 instead of 7:11 or 7:04. So packed up the car and went back home, and then I just filmed it for my backyard.
All right, so the answer is the second part of the question was, do you ever try to shoot it from Tampa Bay when you can't get to the East
Absolutely.
Coast?
I always try to shoot it for Tampa Bay. I mean, the problem is visibility. Last night was perfect. That's why like with photography, like if you had, like that was my thing, like last night. I was not planning on shooting the rocket last night, but when weather, conditions, everything lined up, I was like, I'll put aside what I have to do tonight because this could be really cool. And that's part of photography. You just got to sometimes when those cool moments come up, you got to go make them. And then it just didn't work out. And that's just the story of photography too. I mean, all that stuff was set up. I got the moon there. I got it perfect. I even posted it to, Twitter. It's like, here I am with the camera, but nope, can't get the shot because they didn't launch.
Ouch.
So.
Sorry.
Yeah, it happens.
My buddy Jay has a question. He says, what are one or two of your funniest memories from during a grid episode? So I remember one, and I unfortunately I can't remember who the guest was. It wasn't Alila Cardio. It was who, and he said something really like he didn't realize it was naughty, and he kept doubling down on it.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see one of those where
Yes.
someone's like says and
they don't know, and
Right.
they just keep on saying it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were just dying, and we finally had to tell him, okay, what you're saying means this, and they're like, no. We're like, oh yeah, and then he was really, and I took that clip and I put it on my blog, and I can't remember. Tacos in bed? Was that it?
Mm.
That's what Victor said.
Tacos in bed.
Was it Victor? Yeah.
No, that
Victor Fayers?
was it. Victor Fayers? No, it wasn't
Maybe.
Victor.
I don't know.
So Victor's from Budapest, and he could make a mistake like that, but
Garcia back here is saying that it was tacos in bed. Does he remember the instructor?
Oh, Victor, our Victor is saying tacos in bed. What was it from?
I don't think it was tacos in bed though.
I don't know. Well,
It was a long time ago, but we were
That doesn't
we were
help us.
just dying. I mean, we were on the floor.
Speaking of dying, I got one. This is an old school one, but
Okay.
there was you and RC did the Fuji Blues. I don't know if you remember the Fuji Blues.
Boy, did we catch some crap from that from Fuji.
Oh my gosh, the amount of crap, because I was back there in the control, and we are just busting up in the control room because it was just so funny. But I'm thinking in my head, we were going to get in so much trouble for
Yeah,
this.
we got in so much trouble. So when the first Fuji came out, there was a focus issue, and everybody that bought it pretended there wasn't.
Yeah, like the whole world was like, no, this camera's so great. No,
And then
my gosh,
and even if they
it's
said,
perfect.
well,
And
yeah,
it's like-
it does have a photo.
and then they'll still admit it, but they won't like say it's
They
bad.
love the
We
way
can
it
work
looked.
with it.
It was one of the best looking cameras ever. It was the first retro looking
Yeah, it was the first
camera.
retro camera, yeah.
It was retro looking, and people loved it. And a buddy of mine bought one, and I'm like, he goes, God, I just love this camera. I take it with me on my bike, and I go riding, and I love it. And I said, how's the focus? And he's like, oh, it focuses like crap. But when it does focus, it's great. And I'm like, focusing is like the very basic thing. So RC and I did this.
You guys went on like a good 5 to 7 minute blues riff.
Yeah,
Of
but what happened was, so RC and I were taping a promo, and we were in downtown, I think Safety Harbor, and we went to Starbucks, and we're just sitting there at the couch having some coffee and talking and stuff. And RC goes, "Oh, I got this new Fuji," and he's playing with it and stuff. And I said, "How do you like it?" He goes, "Well, I really like it, except for it doesn't focus, consistently." So I said, "Let me try." I couldn't get it to focus. Like RC's right there. So it's like I'm trying to focus on the books, on a coffee cup. And then every once in a while you'd get it, and it would lock
exactly the sound you made like 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah. Right? And so anyway, so we were talking about that people are denying this. And it was,
Yep.
and There was another famous photographer out of Atlanta. Come on, with Zach Arias was really big on this camera, and we're like, but Zach, it doesn't focus. And he was in the chat, and he's like, well, I mean, you're just looking at one thing. And we're like, it's focus.
But
like half of my photos, more than half of my photos are out. Anyway, so we had a guitar, and so RC is going dun 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 dun. I'm going, I got problems with my Fuji. Dun, 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 dun. Can't take a sharp shot for crap. Dun, 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 dun. And we did this.
That went on for a while.
It went on for a while, and I kept making up verses like that rhymed with crap and focus and all this stuff. Anyway, Fuji went ballistic on us for telling the truth. It was bad.
Yeah, we're just telling the truth, which is usually what we do.
That is a problem. If you're going to take that, we're going to just tell it like it is. You wind up with some stuff.
Yeah, you're going to send us a camera. We're going to tell you the truth.
Oh, and another one was when we had Glenn Dewis.
That's why a lot of people don't send us cameras.
Hey, another funny one. We had Glenn Dewis on. We had Dave Clayton on, and me. And I got a guitar out, and we did the opening to what's that song by The Clash? Should I stay or should I go?
Should I stay or should I go? Yeah.
And at the end,
I do remember that.
At the end, Dave Clayton's in the middle seat, and he goes, "I should go," and he just ducks straight down under the table, and he's gone. And it was very.
Now the other thing has been the your chair fiasco over the years.
Oh God.
That is a point to say fiasco right there, because that chair was a fiasco. Because that chair would just keep on creeping
I'd just
down.
be talking.
And I remember when we'd be three of us there, and then you would just be sinking the whole show. And then you get to the point where you're like a good foot below us. It's great.
Not good. Fun stuff. All right. Of course, we mentioned Milky Way photography, and now here comes all the Milky Way shots and all that stuff. Okay. Tom wants to know. Hi, Tom. Tom wants to know, did you use photo pills to calculate where you needed to get that moon shot?
So I started in photo pills to figure out the moon thing, and then I went, okay, now I have other software, because what photo pills won't show me is the rocket launch trajectory. So I use an app called Flight Club. So the address is flightclub.io, and it's software that actually shows you the flight trajectories of rockets. So it's very nichey, very nichey.
Very nichey. Steve wants to know, Eric, have you spent any time using the Starry Landscape Stacker?
Oh,
if
yeah,
so,
I love
what are your
Starry
thoughts?
Landscape Stacker. Taught it in one of the classes we were doing. But yeah, it's a great app for the Mac, but it's a great simple app for doing landscape stacking, because stacking being the thing of we're going to take multiple exposures of the Milky Way, stack them together to remove noise. I will say, being honest, with the noise reduction tools nowadays, I don't use it as much, but it is a great app for removing noise.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Glenda says, I got a Nikon AFS 50 millimeter 1.4 G lens for Christmas. I am so disappointed in it. The photos are soft. I've calibrated it twice, and the pictures are still soft at several different apertures. So, Glenna, I think you probably have a bad one. And it happens. You'll have people that wind up with lenses that got damaged in shipping or whatever. I think you need to return it.
Yeah, I mean, you could, and Nikon will repair. I mean, if you just got it for Christmas,
they'll send you a new one, or they'll fix it. It should not be that soft. It should not be visibly soft. There's an issue there.
Yeah, there's certain lenses that aren't as sharp as our lenses, but they're not like just visibly soft.
Yeah, if it's visibly soft, there's
especially if you're talking like a manufacturer lens like Canon, Nikon, Sony.
And you should not have to calibrate a brand new lens.
No.
It comes calibrated.
No, they get out of calibration.
Yeah, they get out of calibration over time.
Which might be the thing.
I've had it for 6 years, and it's not as sharp as it was when I bought it. Yeah, it's time to return that bad boy. Erik Starling says it's going to be in Gardner, Montana, outside of Yellowstone for 4 nights in a cabin and then 3 nights in Jackson Hole next month. Man, that sounds like a good trip.
I'll be there in June.
There you go.
That same trip right there.
Chose the week with the least moonlight, hoping for some Milky Way and night photography.
You did the right thing.
So any questions on any ideas or suggestions on shooting at 0 degrees?
Bundle
Go
up.
in June.
I won't be there. I'll be there in June because of that.
Eric, just take extra batteries. You're going to need a lot of batteries.
That's the thing. It really comes down to that. Your camera will eat through batteries when it is cold weather. So you got to take extra batteries. Stay warm because you get discouraged if you're not warm enough because you'll want to leave and you won't get the shot because you'll get out there. The other thing you're going to want to do is study right now, because if you're going next month, you're going to be shooting at like 0 dark 30, like right in the morning, right when the transition is, if you even want a chance to get the Milky Way, which I'm not even sure you'll have a chance yet. It'll probably be late February before you get the Milky Way core. So you'll probably be doing other types of star trails or shooting things like the Orion Nebula, you know, and stuff like that. So just study before you go to see what you can and can't get. We've got tons of classes on that, like planning in photo pills. I've got a class on that where we talk about planning, because you want to know before you go, the Milky Way will be there or won't be there. Don't drive all the way out there, go 2 hours, and then you're like, the Milky Way isn't even here, you know? So that's, just plan before you go and know what you're going to get.
And also use the word nebula in everyday conversation.
Nebula.
All right, we got some book winners. We're going to take a pause. When we come back, we're going to give away some books as part of our book fiasco in just a moment. Don't go away.
Guys, Adobe just announced, I am not kidding, a groundbreaking update to Lightroom and Camera Raw, and it's across all the Lightrooms, whether it's classic or cloud or mobile or whatever. Crazy stuff that they did with the masking. Amazing, wonderful changes, everything, because they took some of the AI stuff and the machine learning stuff and the amazing, crazy Photoshop stuff, and they put it in Lightroom. And guys, I'm telling you, this is game-changing, mind-blowing, crazy stuff. You're going to be able to work faster and more efficiently and do things you never thought you would do in Lightroom. They have done an amazing job with this. I'm telling you, this is absolutely awesome. And I put together a class, and it's a short class. It's not a long one. It's a short one. And when you're done with this class, you're going to totally get it. You're going to know it all, and you're going to be able to apply it to your work right away. It's going to change your game. You're going to love it. You're going to have a blast with it. And I cover it all in my brand new class. So come check out my brand new class on all the cool new Lightroom masking features over at kelby1.com.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
That's our entire studio audience.
Rick Salmon here. I just wanted to say congratulations to you and your awesomely talented team on 500 episodes of The Grid. This is an amazing accomplishment. I'm really happy to be part of the Kelby One family, and all I can say is this: rock on.
Rick's down at the Hard Rock Hotel. Rick's always partying. He's at. Look for him in a casino.
Hey, everybody.
We got more. We got more people joining us.
All right.
Who else we got?
Go.
Hey, Scott. Hello, Grid. Hello, The Grid. Hey, everybody. And I just wanted to give you guys a shout out for a big congratulations on your 500th episode. I can't remember when this thing started, but I do remember that you were dedicated to making it great. Every little detail, from the set design to the topics to the guests. Dude, you've made a heck of a show, and I couldn't think of a better person to have a 500th episode on a great show. So I can't wait to be back on the grid. And I just want to thank you for all the opportunities you've given me and my family. And just cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, Scott. Congratulations again. Great job.
Hey, 500 episodes! Wow! Well, I really had to be here today to congratulate you, Scott, and the Kelby One team who put up this great show every week. I went back and tried to find the first episode I remember to watch, and it was episode 13, and Joe McNally was the guest. That was back in June 2011. Well, I learned a lot watching the grid over all these years. I laughed a lot. I made many friends, and I even got my Chicken Ando nickname thanks to the grid and to you, Scott. So thank you once again. Big hug from Portugal. Congratulations.
Happy 500 episode of The Grid, Scott. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, your passion, and your addiction for photography every Wednesday. Thank you for making it addictive to us as well, that we keep coming every week for more. Thank you for your sense of humor and for all that you have shared with us all of this year. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to let me be part of Kelby One and the grid so many times. I have so many amazing memories. So I'm hoping that you get to make 5,000 more grid episodes. Thank you so much, and it's time to celebrate.
So here's the thing. I understand that Scott Kelby and there's a bunch of mooks, you know, from Florida. I've got this show called The Grid. It's on its 500th anniversary episode. That's quite amazing. Congratulations to all involved. You know, it's I regard Scott, you know, the Kelby folks, you know, like family, you know. So, very happy for them, you know. It's a strange show. You know, he's got this co-host. His name is Kuna. You know, what's going on there? You know, occasionally has these fellows, salmon on, and then every once in a while there's this guy, Moose. Is this a wildlife show or is it about pictures? You know what I'm saying? Pictures and the Photoshop thing. It's amazing, that Photoshop thing. You push the sliders back and forth. Everybody looks good. It's nice, you know. Because, you know, in my line of work, you know, sometimes, you know, people go away. They don't come back. But, you know, in photography, you got a picture of them, you can remember them, you know. And with the Photoshop thing, oh, you know, you put a picture of them on a frame on the mantle, you know, they look better up there than they did when they was alive standing in front of you, you know what I'm saying? It's like magic, you know, it's like a car wash for the face. You know, I could use some myself, you know, the bristles and the scrub and everything. Very nice, you know, and Scott's very good at that, you know. He shoots beautiful pictures, then he goes into the Photoshop thing. It's wonderful. You should listen to this show called The Grid, Florida, you know. They're very solid. The people on The Grid are really okay, you know, because, you know, Florida's a little crazy, you know, but... The Grid is solid, that's what I'm saying. So that's why they're on the 500th anniversary. God bless. You know, all I'm saying, from New York to them, God bless. May 500 more come your way. 1,000 more. All of that, you know. It's a fantastic thing that you do.
Wow, 500 episodes. Congratulations, Scott, and the whole crew at Kelby One. I can't believe it. 500 episodes. It seems like yesterday when there was the very first Grid episode ever. Lots of evolution, lots of changes, but all for the good, and keeping up things going for the community. Thanks for all you guys are doing. Can't wait to see the next 500 episodes.
Hey everybody, Rob Foldy here. Want to give a quick shout out to Scott, you, and Erik and Christina and Juan and the rest of the crew on 500 episodes of The Grid. Something you guys should be very, very proud of. Quite the accomplishment. And whether or not I'm joining as a guest or watching as a fan, always the highlight of my week. Lots of memories come to mind when I think of The Grid, from the Crickets trying to steal the show when I was going live from Colorado to getting caught up in an accident in Alligator Alley on my way to Tampa and being the one and hopefully the only Grid guest that was late and did not make it by the time the show started. But I think that the memory that takes the cake is when we were in Fort Lauderdale And Jordan and Scott had set up this awesome remote broadcast down by the water. And in typical Florida fashion, a monsoon came in right before we went live, and we were forced to move into the hotel lobby, which was great. Right up until the point when a guest with his luggage walked right up to Scott while we were on the air and started asking for directions. So Scott, you're a true pro. You roll with the punches, and all's well that ends well. But definitely will go down in the history books for sure as one of the most memorable Grid episodes, in my opinion. So thank you guys so much for all you do for the photography community. And here's the 500 more. Cheers.
Hey guys, and welcome from a very, very cold Netherlands.
Congratulations with the 500th episode of The Grid.
Maybe it's time for a boxed set, right?
Yeah, I would love that.
We always love being a guest on The Grid, and I think The Grid is of course an awesome show with lots of education, but also lots of entertainment. So keep it up for the next 500 or maybe 1000 and the second box set. From the Netherlands, we say congratulations
bye-bye.
And bye-bye.
That was so nice.
Really cool.
Of course, McNally's just such a character. I love his, it's a car wash for your face.
Car wash for your face. That was my favorite too.
That's a quote. That's tweetable.
Yep.
And it was nice seeing Frank and everybody and Larry, and that was cool. These are so neat. I'm loving
that
this.
is really neat.
That's very, very nice.
Well, we got some books.
We're about out of time,
we
but
got book
some
winners.
Let's give
We
the
got book winners. We got to give away the fiasco of books.
Yeah.
So we've got Pamela. Ooh, I can't. Yeah, there it is. Trozera is winning the Scott Kelby's 7-point system book. Then we have M.R. Anderson winning your Lightroom Classic book. And then Jeff Rhodes, all the way from Dallas, I know Scott's a fan, is winning your Scott's travel photography book. So there you go.
How about them boys? Okay. All right. Well, we're just about out of time. We had a couple last questions here. Judy wants to know, what's the difference between the platypod and a gimbal head? Is one better than the other? I do a lot of nature photography and landscapes. They are very different.
Very different. I would say very different uses. Very different uses.
A platypod is just a replacement for a regular ball head. Period.
Which has upgrades in that where it pans
it's got its
and
own
all that
special stuff, but it is another ball head. So
it's a ball head. And that's I think the difference there. A platypod is a upgrade to a ball head. A gimbal head is used for like a telephoto lens to balance it. It's it's very much designed where you're going to be balancing a very long lens.
Yeah, and there's other features from a gimbal as well.
Yes.
But they're completely different beasts that do completely different things. If you want to do nature photography and landscapes, a platypod would be great. The gimbal is going to be kind of a pain in the butt and more than you need.
Gimbal is going to be more like I'm into also wildlife photography, and I'm doing I've got
serious
this long
wildlife
lens.
Not like
I've got
shoot wildlife once in a while.
600 millimeter long lens
600,
that I need to balance out so I can move it around quickly to track stuff.
Stuart says, if the person who asked about theme park photography a few weeks is watching today, I was at Animal Kingdom last Friday and applied what I learned in the travel photography course, and it was a big help.
Oh, awesome.
Let that be your guide. So that was last week's class that we released, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then Art says, well, The Simpsons have 717 episodes. Got to keep it going, please. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, we saw Cheeky Nando.
Yeah.
All the way from Lisbon. That was very nice. Cheeky Nando. All right. Salo says, I will be in Hawaii in March and plan to photograph with my iPhone. What accessories would you recommend? You know, I would just take a small tabletop tripod. Now, you can use the one that I have in my car. Erik probably has in his wallet. That is just, it's the size of a credit card. It folds up and it becomes a tripod.
Pocket Tripod Pro, it's called.
Pocket Tripod Pro. You can get them at Amazon or where B&H or wherever. They're wonderful, and because they're so small, you'll carry it in your wallet. I literally have mine in the tray of my car.
Right.
You know.
And I think that would be the key, is like getting something to stabilize your phone.
Yep.
Right.
That's it.
And that's really it, because you've got a timer on your iPhone. Just treat your iPhone like you would treat a camera. So if you're shooting a landscape, you're shooting a scene, and it's low light, and you want to stabilize the camera, you got to put it on a tripod. And that's, if you treat it like that, you'll be great.
All right, and Susan says, for an only child whose photo friends live in all the other states, the grid is like having a wonderful, crazy family. Thanks for 500 episodes of laughs, learning, and inspiration. The grid is in a class of its own. Here's to 500 more. Thank you,
Well,
Susan.
thank you.
That was very kind. Yeah, that is one of the most fun things for us is seeing all the, we do have a lot of regulars that watch the show, and it is honestly wonderful to see everybody, and like Cheeky Nando's in there, and you see Moose, and, Ramy drops in, and just all these folks from around the world.
We instructors. You see Sam and Kaylee in there a lot. Basically, everybody that was in the videos, they kind of pop in every once in a while.
And also just the viewers around the world that we know. We recognize your names from, shout outs and stuff, and that's really cool. And and I've met up with grid watchers around the world in different places. I've met up with them, and that's always fun. That's neat to meet people in person that you saw, And at Photoshop World, it would be cool to see people like Rose Kieran. I met at Photoshop.
That's what I loved about doing the grid at Photoshop World.
Yeah,
you get to see everybody.
Right. More prizes. Let's go.
We got a final set of prizes here. So we've got Joseph Bruno is winning the Platypod multi-accessory kit. We have Turgay winning the Platypod Ultra. Then we have Bill Laflamme. I don't want to do that wrong. Yeah, the Bill winning the Boris Effects optics. And we keep on having stuff drop on this set. I'm telling you, it's like a ghost in here. Judy M. Wentworth Hobbs is winning the On One No Noise. And then Becky 4 is winning the Pro membership from Kelby One Pro. It's the Kelby One Pro membership, your membership there. So if you just email us over at gridprize@kelby1.com, we'll verify your information, and then we'll get you out your prize. There you go.
All right. Well, it is.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, it makes out the word 500, and it's cupcakes, just what we needed. Thank you, Kathy.
Yes.
Look at that, cupcakes galore, 500, and a low-level confetti pop from Dobson. Thank you. Look at that, 500. Thank you, Christina. All right, and I get to shoot one of these. Oh, these things are loud as crap. What do you do? Just twist it. Twist the bottom and aim someplace else. I'm aiming at Kuna.
I'm aiming right at the camera.
Right.
All right, guys.
All right. Oh, I got a camera over here I can aim
episode.
at. Alrighty, 500. Here, let's turn him.
Wow! Boom.
Jeez, so eat. All right. All right.
Very cool.
Thanks. Hey, you can use it as a mic when you're done. No? Okay.
Well, I don't know. I got to go, guys. I don't know who's cleaning this stuff up.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a long one. Well, thank you. I want to give a shout out to Christina, who is our producer. She produces the show, and she's in the comments, and she obviously had her hand all over the celebration. Thank you very much, Christina. And thanks to Kathy and Dobson for coming
the
in
entire crew,
making a mess of the place.
Juan back on the jib.
Juan's on the jib. But it's not the same when Juan's not on the jib.
Did you notice the jib's moving? It's
I know
better.
The jib's moving. It's
the show is better when the jib is moving.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah. We get confetti,
and Jason,
we get everything.
unfortunately, Jason couldn't be here today.
Yes,
he got it. Oh, hey, by the way, it was tacos in bed, and I found the clip that I put on my blog, and I think we're going to run it. Ron's in the control room today, and Ron's always helping us with the streaming. At every episode, he's in charge of the stream, so thank you to Ron as well. And
we didn't get it yet.
You didn't get it yet? I sent it like a while ago.
But it was tacos in bed, and Adam, was it Adam L. Macias? Is that
it? It was Adam L. Macias. And
concert photographer.
I don't know if I run it off mine. I don't know if you'll hear the audio.
Yeah.
I have an HDMI.
Well, you got your mic there. Just.
All right. Well, let me just see if. First off, I'm going to plug this in and see if you see my screen. Give it a sec.
And this is the high-tech operations.
This was from February. This was from Valentine's Day of 2016. All right. Let me see if we get volume out. Let me make sure I got lots of volume. I don't know if you're going to hear it. Let me know if you hear the audio. Here we go. Oh wait, hold on. I can send the audio to the decimator. Hold on.
Hold on.
I can send the audio. Do I? Yeah, decimator. That'll do it, right?
Yeah, we want to send that audio.
All right. See if you. Let me know if you hear it.
Do you hear it? Anybody? Anyway?
He doesn't hear it.
He does not hear it.
He does not hear it. All right, maybe I send it to the
He also has
decimator.
to have the volume up on that one. Yeah, just maybe put it through your speakers and just.
Well, see if you hear it now.
Yeah. I have tacos in bed.
Ooh, tacos in
yeah,
bed.
Sometimes you have to eat a taco in bed.
All right, I'll put the mic. I'll put my mic on it if you can't hear it.
I
Hold on.
definitely remember that.
We can hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah. Here we go.
Questions. Thank you. Do you have? Where can people go learn more about you?
I have a website. It's myname.com. AdamOmakais.com.
It's myname.com.
It's myname.com. I wonder if somebody owns that URL.
Dude, somebody owns every URL. There's not a chance.
I have a few URLs that I thought people would own, and they didn't. Somebody owns that.
Yeah.
I have tacos in bed.
Ooh, tacos in
Yeah,
bed.
because sometimes you have to eat a taco in bed.
Yeah, can I tell you something? You're not married, are you? Anyway, so you eat a taco in my bed. And they're like, you got taco stuff in our bed. It's not going to happen. Not going to.
Tacos on the couch.
Never be a taco. No way. Okay.
Should have.
So, okay, now, Brad, stop it. Pete, stop it. You guys, can I tell you something? Your minds are in the absolute gutter.
If I was your wife, I'd let you eat a taco in bed. I have a Is there some sick level of jokes that are going on that I'm not realizing?
Yes. So this usually only happens when RC's here because RC has to say something disgusting and then, everybody
I said
picks up.
nothing.
Yeah, but you're giggling like you're a teen, so I know what's going on. I'm not stupid. I'm hip to the...
What, is taco something like sexual that I'm not realizing here, or what's going on?
Let's
Join
move
us next
on.
week on
Join
The
us
Grid.
next week on The Grid where we talk about everyday foods that are sexual. No, we're not going to do that next week. So can I plug something for
now
next
I'm thinking
week?
of Superbad.
Now that everyone's paying attention right now, everyone's like locked in. Can I tell you something?
The best ones. Sorry.
Next week, all right, we've got some very special guests. So Peter Reed Miller is going to be here along with Damien. Hold on. Wait for it. No, I got it.
Who, so.
Strohmeyer. Damian Strohmeyer. So I know that Peter Reed Miller is going to shoot the Super Bowl.
Keep watching.
Right?
That's coming up on Sunday.
Right, it's coming up on Sunday. So he'll just shot the Super Bowl with the brand new Canon 1DX Mark II. All right, so I got a couple of things. So that's next week on The Grid. They're both going to be here, and they're going to be talking about their experiences with the camera.
Are they going to have the camera with them?
They're going to have the camera with them, but that's not the thing.
Back. You can steal it.
That's not the thing.
I'm just kind of embarrassed now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so someone just told him what that reference is. And
I didn't know that. That's so sad. I literally used to have a GIF of somebody, I'm not kidding, it was a person sitting in a bed eating a taco. And that's what the URL was. Now I'm like turning red. Can you see it?
I think
I'm
you're
so
going to be
embarrassed.
approached. You're going to be approached by a shady company asking to buy that URL here shortly. All right, no, you can stay. You don't have to go into the.
The penalty box is
I'm
just for me.
actually embarrassed. I'm
No,
sweating.
it's because it was.
God. Tapers. Yeah. Can we go back to tapers?
So
Tapers are awesome.
Let me put it this way. I wouldn't Google it. Okay. So listen. Next.
It's kind of like when you told everybody to go to blow it.
Oh God! Can I tell that story?
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Let me stop.
That was not
this
on the
video.
grid.
So we were doing a webcast.
Webcast,
We were
yes.
doing a live webcast, and I was doing a photo shoot. And in the photo shoot, I used this fan. Now, Erik was not a vice president like he is now at this point. He was a producer. So Erik's in the
control
he's
room.
in the control room running everything, right? And so I tell people, if you want to get one. So I found this fan that you attach to. It's for drummers. It's supposed to attach to a cymbal stand. But I looked at it in the drum store, and I'm like, well, this would attach to a light stand just as easy. And I bought it, and it's great. They were awesome.
For doing portraits where you want the
you want to
hair
blow
blowing.
the fan and get some movement. $99, and they're quiet as anything. And you put them up on a stand, and they were awesome. I loved them. And so the guy that made them for drummers started selling them for like a site for photographers and all. Anyway, great fan, smart design, really, really great. And so and the name of the fan is called Blow It, right?
Yep, Blow It.
So I'm telling people, and I go, hey, if you want to get a fan like this, I'm not affiliated with the company. I don't get a, kickback, but go to blowit.com and you can, they're $99. You can get them and all. And I'm talking about the fan and stuff. And Erik comes running out of the control room and he's waving at me. Now I'm trying to do a live webcast. I got a live shoot going on. And he comes running out of the control room and he's waving his hands. And it's so distracting. Like I have to stop and go, I'm sorry, everybody watching. Just a moment. Erik, what? And he looks at me and he goes, it's blowitfans.com. It's not blowit.com.
We went to go pull up the website, and it was...
You're going to get a very different site if you go to blowit.com.
Well, it's tacos.
Blowitfans.
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. A lot of people were shocked. It's a lot of...
I think somebody got fired.
Somebody got fired. Work. I'm still here, so it wasn't me. But anyway... Blow It fans. I don't even think they make them anymore, which is sad because they were the greatest fans. I'm going to go carefully type it. I don't think it's even a thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
I don't
gone.
think it is anymore.
No,
I think we found that out. But you have a new fan over there. That's
we have a new fan over there.
Incredible.
It's a wonderful fan. That is
it's
my biggest fan.
Nowhere near can be misconstrued into a weird URL.
Anyway,
taco.
I want to thanks to all my crew. And thanks to Kathy and Dobson for coming in and helping us celebrate our 500th.
That's awesome.
Thanks to Christina, who is awesome upon awesome. She is layers of awesome, is Christina. She is just the best. And, of course, Juan and Ron and Jason, who couldn't be here because he was having tacos in bed. And one of them was bad. And so, there's that.
Yeah, I got a stomachache.
Anyway, thank you guys for all your support to all of our sponsors over all these years, and it was so nice to see Platypod.
Wow.
Yeah, that was great. What a great 500th.
500
Right, Erik?
episodes.
Blowitfans.com. Fans. Doesn't even work anymore, so just you can abbreviate it. Thank you guys.
Yes,
thank all of you.
Thanks
we
everybody
really
sending
enjoyed
a
it.
video too.
And we'll see you for episode 501 next week. Episode 501.
We might have confetti next week too.
What do we have?
We'll have confetti on the ground next week.
Yeah,
too.
we'll still be cleaning it up. And cupcakes. Cupcakes galore. Those are some nice looking cupcakes too. It's pretty good stuff.
Hey, Scott.